4, check. The playoffs are upon us in the OCAA women's soccer season, and after today, only 8 teams will remain alive for a chance to capture gold. Hello everybody, my name is Dan Dominguez, and I, along with the We Digital crew, will bring you all the action from the pitch here at Acumen Stadium on the beautiful campus of St. Clair College here in Windsor, Ontario. The Sheridan Bruins, 4-6 record, they're in town today, led by Paul Angelini in his 27th year, and we'll get right to the starting lineups. There's Kennedy Petty, she's going to be the goalkeeper today. Manuela Garcia, De Silva, Layla Merwa, Sukraj, Litweller, McCarowitz, Jadeo, Guthrie, Sue, and Ada Rab on defense. Again, Angelina, there's a look at the bench of the St. Clair Saints, led by Coach Stefanini in his 7th year. Lily Estefan, the starting keeper between the pipes. Natalie Kersey, Vicky Walsh, Mogden, Jessica Dahl in the lineup today. We'll talk about her a little bit later on. Olivito, Zacher County, Kinsley Clough, Collins, Hudson, Burrell, and as I mentioned, Lily Estefan, number 30, is the keeper today. The Saints were 7-2-1 this year. They captured the 2 seed. There's your records right there. A 2nd place versus a 7 seed. Coach Vanini was a little upset. If they could have captured the 3 points in that last match against Conestoga, they could have captured the number 1 seed. But look at the big goal differential there, 33-9. Goals against about the same. But talking to head coach Paul Angelini before the game, he was worried about his team not being able to put the ball in net enough times. If they get behind, they're worried that this powerful St. Clair team could run away with it. So Sheridan's goal is to keep this one close. He knows they're not going to win a high-scoring affair against this Saints team. Last-minute huddles. You see number 30, Estefan. She'll be in the net. She's been the starter for most of the games this season. She's done an excellent job. A 1.11 goals against average this season. Petty is in net for Sheridan. She's got a 1.19 goals against. She's been very strong for them as well. Only 12 goals given up for the visiting team. But again, not scoring too many. This team did play earlier in the season. October 28th, these two teams met up, and it was a 2-0 win for St. Clair. That was up in Sheridan. In that match, the Saints really outplayed them. 18-2 were the shots. 7 saves the Sheridan keeper made. But again, talking with Coach Vanini, he felt they could have had 5 or 6 goals in that one. Teams are taking the field now. And there's the St. Clair Saints. They're going to be in all white. They're going to be going from right to left in this first half. And there's a look at the keeper with one of her defenders. They're going to be in the dark navy blues. They're going to be going from left to right. Sheridan's going to start with the ball. And we're almost ready to underway here at Acumen Stadium. A beautiful sunshiny afternoon here in mid-October, and we're underway. Saints take control. That's Olivito right in the middle of the field. There's Jessica Dahl getting a start here today. Dahl tries to send Walsh in on the far wing. She tries to chase that one down. She's able to keep it in. Now she's going to look for a cross. There's a nice cross headed towards the keeper and handled nicely. So a nice start there. That was Zacher County with the header heading towards the net. As we mentioned, Jessica Dahl in the starting lineup today. Sierra Lapos. She had 3 goals on the year. She hurt her foot, ankle area, late in that game against Conestoga, right at the very end. And unfortunately, she's going to miss the remainder of the season. So that's why you see Dahl in the starting lineup today. Dahl is going to kind of take the spot of Vicky Walsh, and Walsh will move back a little bit. Still on the field. This Sheridan player goes down hard. Looks like she's lying there trying to catch her breath. Might have had the wind knocked out of her. She went pretty hard on the turf. We'll take a look at that again. That was 17. Lauren Sue. Tried to pass it up to Sue, and the players just got together, but she went down hard, but she looks like she's all right. So a throw in on the near side. Saints have possession. They're going to go far side. That was Zacher County pushing it. Now Burrell tries to find Mogden. There she is. Mogden looking for help. She's got Kinsley Clough. Walsh is able to tip it towards the net. but not much on it. There's your temperature, 13 degrees Celsius. Sun will be setting here soon. A little bit of a wind, 13 kilometers an hour, nothing too bad. That's going to affect the players on the pitch today. That one sails over the head of Burrell. She's got pressure. She sends it back to Collins. Dangerous pass across to Hudson. Burrell tries to send it far side, kept in nicely by Kersey. Kersey's going to look for the wheels now on the far side. Dahl with two defenders around her trying to keep that ball in the corner. And that's going to be a throw in deep in the Sheridan end. We're in the 3rd minute of play here in the OCAA West Division playoffs. St. Clair had a little trouble. Kersey couldn't control that throw in, and she ended up heading it past the boundary line, so that'll be a goal kick. There's Natalie Kersey. She's got 2 goals on the year. The 5-footer out of Bell River. St. Anne's grad. Looks like the defender's going to take the goal kick for Petty here. Big boot heading towards midfield. Olivito's the first one to get a foot on it. Defended nice by Olivito. They do nice play on the turnover. So Olivito looking to throw in quickly. She's got Mogden. Mogden could not control. Sheridan comes away with it to midfield. Makarowitz looking for room. Makarowitz had 2 goals. She was tied for the lead on this Sheridan Bruins team. They had 3 that had 2 goals apiece. Again, they only scored 9 this year. Looks like Kersey on the throw-in. Saints will take it right up the middle. A lot of green space, no one challenging her. So Kinsley Clough just kept going. Now she's got the big boot of Olivito in the middle. And the Bruins are able to take control. But Olivito steals right back and comes near side to Walsh. Again, you see Walsh playing a little bit back further than she normally would. Coach Vanini having to adjust a few things with the injury to Lapos. That's Burrell on the far right defensive side. Looks for a ball at the edge of the box. That one's defended nicely by Sheridan. It clears it right near the boundary line. It's kept in and Saints keep control. Hudson now on the near side. Tries to get a ball into Mogden. Look for the touch to Walsh. Walsh still has it at the edge of the box. Walsh and Mogden so dangerous. And that's Dahl now on the near side. And you see the speedy Walsh causing trouble there. Hudson coming all the way up. She's got some space on the left side. She's going to look for a crossing pass. Unable to connect with a white jersey, but the Saints keep the pressure. Hudson again, one-on-one. Centering ball through everybody. Goes far side, but past the post on the far side. Nice attempt by Layla Hudson there. Getting a good shot off. Big, tall defender, 5'8" out of Windsor. Second-year player from Holy Names. So goal kick again for the Bruins. So a big boot again from the defender to about midfield. Kersey tries to steal, but the Bruins come away with it. That's Garcia, number 4. She has 1 goal on the season. Zacher County trying to bump her man off the ball and does. Kersey has it, but turns the ball. Not a poor pass to the middle of the field by Kersey. Good aggressive play by Burrell to create the turnover. Hudson has Olivito, and now near side to Walsh. Oh, Walsh misplays it, and it trickles past the boundary. It's going to be a throw-in. She thought the defender might come up and try and steal that one, so she stayed back a little bit, but everybody missed it, and the Bruins will have control. Sheridan kicks it off her own player. And you'll see the keeper. There's Estefan. First we've really seen of her today. She comes up and scoops the ball up. Just bowls it up. There's a little bit of pressure. They're going to have to be careful here. Hudson trying to get away from the forward. Kinsley Clough tries to send Kersey on the far side. Kersey trying to keep that in. She does. And a nice crossing. No white jerseys at the moment. So a nice hustle play here by Kersey to keep this one in play. Big boot, well out of net, off the post. There's a rebound on the far side. Just misses again on the far side. Two big opportunities for the Saints. Unable to capitalize here in the 8th minute. We'll take a look at that one again. You can see the long one. We'll see the big boot coming up here. There it is, 18, Kinsley Clough with the big boot past the keeper and just the post-saving Petty. And then the Saints on the rebound had another opportunity but could not capitalize for that first goal. According to Coach Vanini, and it has been. That's been the story of this Saints team this year. Hasn't been as easy to find the back of the net as it was last year. One of the highest scoring teams last season. Still good this year. 33 goals in 10 games is still a solid number. But he feels they've left a lot out there. Near side, Hudson has some space in front of her. Defender gets around the corner. Looks for a crossing ball. Headed. That was Walsh with the header, but she couldn't get in the direction of the net. So again, nice play, and there's a look at the standings this season. Redeemer ended up on top spot. St. Clair lost their opportunity to take the 1 seed. Niagara, they were tied, but St. Clair won that tiebreaker to secure the 2 seed. And you'll see Sheridan all the way down, 4-6. 2 of their wins were against that 0-10 Lambton team. But they did knock off Humber at one point early in the season, so they do have one big win under their belt. Humber at 4-5-1, definitely a stronger team than that 4-5-1 record shows. We're back in midfield. 10th minute of play. Oh, misstep by the defender. Tripped over the turf. Might have rolled her ankle a little bit. The keeper's going to scoop that up right in front of the Sheridan bench. There's a Sheridan player down. She's not getting up right now. Just kind of looked like she caught her foot on the turf and kind of rolled that ankle. We'll see if we can catch it here on the replay. You can see that back pass to her to number 8. And Turf Monster just reached up and grabbed Layla Marwa, 5'2" from Niagara Falls. A.N. Meyer is the high school. We saw that A.N. Meyer strong team in the off-sub football bowls last season here at St. Clair College. There's a look at the keeper, Lily Estefan. She's 9 games she's been in, only 10 goals against, 4 wins, 29 saves. She's had a great season. That 111 goals against average. And that's the player Coach Vanini is going to ride throughout the playoffs. The Saints finished 4th last year in the OCAA Final Four, just missing out in that bronze medal matchup. But with a much more experienced team, they now have 14 second-year players. We remember how inexperienced that team was last year. Now with 1 playoff run under their belt, they start their 2nd playoff run for the majority of these players. So all the way back, that's 19. That's Lily Collins getting up to Kinsley Clough. Saints looking to keep applying that pressure. Centering ball to Mogden. Mogden loses the ball off of her foot, and the Bruins take control. There's McCarowitz in the middle for the Bruins. That ball's turned over. Saints have it again. Here comes Oliveto. She's got that big right foot. She can score from well out of the net. Tries a little chip into Walsh. Walsh looking for space. She gets bumped off the ball. Left foot from Mogden. Getting the top of the box. Gets taken down. So another good opportunity. That's number 15 for the Bruins. She has 2 goals on the year. That's Jessica Jigdeo. She's a 4th-year player, one of the most experienced player on this team, along with goalkeeper Kennedy Petty. Nice little touch from Olivito. And again, another touch outside to Kersey, but they can't connect on that one. That's going to be a throw-in for the Bruins. Shots are 5-0 for the Saints so far. There's a look at some of the crowd here at Acumen Stadium as that sun sets right in their eyes here for another 15 minutes or so. Ball on the far side. They had Walsh on the far side, just couldn't connect. And now Hudson in the shadow of the scoreboard. Burrell trying to find Kersey. Kersey looking for some space. And again, the Saints unable to connect on those little short passes, and that's going to go to the keeper again. That's Leah Burrell you saw running downfield, the tall defender. She's a Brennan grad. And this is the one we've seen taking the goal kicks. That's Chelsea Guthrie, 5'9", out of St. Catharines, Eden High School, 2nd-year player. She's been able to get the ball to midfield on most of those goal kicks. That's stolen by Olivito. Tries to get around the defender. Good pressure by Olivito. Pushes the Bruins all the way back in their own zone, but stolen away by Kinsley Clough. Mognan looking to touch it over to Kersey. Left boot in the Dahl. Dahl looking for space, gets a bit of a shot off. Just a one-hopper to Petty. And Petty, she's the keeper out of Orangeville, 5'6", Orangeville District in her 4th year. Tries to punt it away. The Saints are there. Again, Olivito everywhere in this first 14 minutes of this one. Olivito, she's got 4 goals this year. Midfielder from Windsor, Holy Names grad. That ball's kicked away to midfield, race for it. Burrell tries to get it over to Kersey. Kersey's got some space. Defended quickly, nicely by Makarowitz. Estefan comes near side to Hudson. She's got Walsh on the bottom of the field here. Olivito tries a touch. That clearing ball is off a Dahl, and the goalkeeper's gonna have to scoop that one up. Dahl just kind of got her backside in the way of that one. Dahl's 5'7" out of LaSalle from Villanova grad. Again, stepping into the starting lineup for the injured Sierra Lapos. Lapos is from Tilbury, but unable to play in these playoffs. So you can see the shadows all over the field right now as that sun starts to set in front of us. Sheridan hasn't had much control in the Saints' end so far. Saints are able to get the ball in the midfield. They have some space in the middle. No one's defending her, so she just keeps going. I think that's Kinsley Clough. Big right boot, far out, just over the crossbar. A beautiful ball from Layla Hudson. Had the keeper backpedaling there for a moment. As we take a look at that one again, so 30 yards out, just lays a big boot on it. Had that keeper backpedaling. Just a little bit over the bar, and we remain 0-0 as we play just over a quarter hour. Long way to go in this one. There's a foul call. That could be our first foul, I believe, 16 minutes into this one. So it'll be probably the best field position for the Bruins. The men's team for St. Clair played these same Sheridan Bruins just on the road today. There's Coach Vanini. So his team, Johnny Ferry, led Coach Vanini's team up in Sheridan today, but they fell 2-0. So their season's over. So Coach Vanini's been doing double duty so far this year, but because the teams are playing in different venues, he's going to stay with his women's team. And Coach Johnny Ferry, Michigan State product, was leading the team today, but they were unsuccessful against the 2-seed Sheridan Bruins. So here's a big boot. Headed by Olivito, a little bit of trouble. Olivito got a head on it, but just in the wrong direction. Right footer. Sheridan has a shot in the box. Estefan pounces on it. Gets a nice ovation from the crowd. The first big chance for Sheridan. You can see the defender scrambling a little bit for St. Clair. And Estefan able to bail them out by falling on that one. Bruins backpedaling in their own end. Olivito pressuring. And they're going to try and come near side. That's Sue on the near side, 17. Good job by Collins to kind of body her way past that one. Kind of boxed out the forward for the Bruins and was able to get that one back to Estefan. There's one down the middle. We'll see the speed of Walsh here. Walsh trying to get around the defender. The keeper well out of her net. Centering ball. Deflected a couple times. Hudson has it again. So you see the advantage of the speedy Vicky Walsh. She was able to power her way and also use those wheels to get around the defender to create that opportunity for the Saints. There she is again with the ball. Playing a little bit different role, turnover there in this playoff game with the injured Delapos. Makarowicz now looking for space but turns the ball over. Walsh to Olivito. Olivito has the defender on, stolen away. That's Jagdeo, and there's a foul. So that'd be a good position as we take a look at it again. That's Jagdeo looking on the give and go pass, but you can see the shoulder. Hard foul there from the Saints, so that's going to give the Bruins a good position here. They just had an opportunity a couple minutes ago, and Estefan was able to pounce on one. But this is Guthrie again. We've seen the big boot from her thus far. She can get this one to Estefan. We're waiting for the referee to blow this one back in. There's the whistle. Guthrie looking for where she wants to go with it. Does her stutter step. High ball. Just caught in the air by Estefan. Again, a beautiful shot in from Guthrie. Any mishandle there from Estefan would have been trouble. So the Saints have been kind of on their heels the last couple minutes. Estefan kicks that ball out, but it's quickly turned over. One-on-one battle. Hudson tries to come away with it, and does. Still has the defender on her heels. Dahl gets it in the middle to Walsh. And now Olivito tries to go far side. Just not enough on that pass. So that's Kinsley Clough working with Zacher County. Zacher County has 2 this year. Kinsley Clough 3. Tries a centering ball. That's going to trickle past the boundary. That's going to be a throw in deep in the Bruins end. So we'll see if the St. Clair Saints can kind of flip the field here and get a little pressure on Petty. They try and throw it short. Kersey goes down hard. They play on. (19) trying to head it. That's Lily Collins. That ball's near the boundary, and that's going to be a Saints throw in. They throw it in quickly. They try and chest it over to Kersey, and they do. Kersey looking for space. Centering ball, no white jerseys in the vicinity. And the Bruins are able to clear it away. Quickly turned over again. That's Zacher County. She had Dahl. And the keeper comes well out of her net to fall onto that one. Kennedy Petty lets her players catch their breath. Kicks one kind of off the side of her foot a little bit. Kind of a shove from Walsh, and there's the foul called. Walsh kind of shoved down Jagdeo on that one. She's back up on her feet. So the Saints back up in the position here. 7 shots to 1 for St. Clair. Headed away nicely by the Saints defender. Kersey trying to get it outside to Oliveto. And they win the throw-in. So that big boot from Guthrie's been a factor so far. She's been able to get that ball deep in the St. Clair zone when she has it on her foot. We'll see how that develops in the rest of this one. Turnover. Bad outlet pass from Estefan. Walsh coming back to help. And the Saints alleviate the pressure. Dahl looking for help. That gets deflected off the defender. We're halfway through the first half. Still tied 0-0. Saints have had a couple of opportunities, but still nothing past Petty. Kind of a dangerous back pass there to nobody. Estefan's well out of her net helping out. She's gonna have to hustle back in. So again, the Saints back line a little bit sloppy in their own end. Kersey defends. That ball goes to midfield, but the Bruins still have it. And that ball's now turned over as Hudson looks to regroup. Hudson gets it to Wall, that's Dahl, excuse me. And Kinsley Clough, again, looking for space. Pushes it out wide to Burrell. Burrell trying to get around for a crossing. And that ball's trickling to the corner. And that's gonna be a throw-in for the Bruins. It's Kelly Katrina chasing that one down, getting ready for the throw-in. 5'2" out of Mississauga, first-year player. That throw-in, Mognan was there trying to pick it off the throw-in. She's got control. Centering ball, Walsh in the neighborhood, so's Dahl. So that's gonna be a corner. That's the first corner of the match thus far. And that's Oliveto jogging over there to take it. She definitely has the foot to get it somewhere in the middle of the crease. So we'll see if the Saints can do anything with it.
Step right up to her. Stay with 13. Go right to 13, Nat. Yes.
See Mognan circling around, looking for some green space. Line drive. That ball is easily kicked away, but Oliveto is there by herself. She boots it right back in towards the keeper. Bounced away, headed a couple times. Kind of a scramble in the goal mouth. And finally the Bruins are able to clear it away. Dangerous pinch from the Saints here, but they're able to get it back. Hudson tries to send it over, but no white jerseys there. So good effort here in the 26th minute by the Saints. Had a bit of a scramble in the goal mouth, but Kersey couldn't get a foot on it. Drop kick to about midfield. Both teams scramble for it. Looks like Kersey trying to come away with it. Kersey goes down. Kersey comes to the center to Oliveto. Hudson trying to chase that ball down with the defender. That's Lauren Sue has the angle. Looks like a substitution. Looks like our first sub of the match on the far side. There's Sheridan player getting ready to check in. That looks like 15 going off. Jessica Jigdeo. Can't quite see the number of the players subbing in quite yet. It's gonna be a goal kick for the Bruins. As we're back underway. That ball near the sideline. That was 2 that checked in. Shallons first-year player from Brampton. Here come the Saints. That's Kersey, far side. Sends a crossing ball. There was a flag. Looks like the offside flag was coming up. So good chance from Kersey coming around the far right side, using that speed. And that's one thing we've seen from the Saints all year. There haven't been many teams that can outrun these Saints, between Walsh and Kersey on either wing. Another big boot to midfield. That's Kinsley Clough on the header. And that's going to be a throw-in on the far side for the Bruins. So we're still at 0-0. Have a short throw-in. The Saints take it over quickly. They look the ball to get the ball to the middle of the field. Oliveto battling. Goes back to Collins. Collins tries to get around, get some space. Touches it up to Dahl. Dahl sends it up. That's past everyone, trickling past the boundary. That's going to be another goal kick. So they've tried that play a few times between Dahl and Walsh. Just a little bit too far, as you see them kind of discussing that play. Walsh playing a little bit different position than she has during the season this year. She's played that position quite a bit in high school. There's her numbers. 10 games, 9 goals, and she actually has 20 career goals in her 2 years with 3 assists and 12 shots. So 20 goals after 2 seasons. We hope to see her kind of climb those all-time goal ranks here at St. Clair over the next couple of years. Kersey tries to get bumped off the ball, and she turns it over. Around the far side, and the Saints take it over. That was number 4, Garcia, Manuela Garcia. That ball gets into Estefan. Zacher County to the middle, to Oliveto. Oliveto has Dahl, sends it her way, her and Walsh, a little touch. There's Dahl trying to get around the defender. And that'll be, let's see what they're calling. Looks like a corner, it is. So an excellent job by Jessica Dahl to force that corner kick. 5'7" out of LaSalle. She's from Villanova. Another second-year player for Coach Vanini. So this will be a little bit better side on the corner for the right-footed Oliveto to be able to try and bend that one towards the net. You can see lots of white jerseys on the goal line. That ball makes it through. It's on the goal line. But the Saints can't get a foot on it. They go back out to Oliveto. Everyone has to get back on side. And Hudson tries to run right around the Bruins player. And Kersey as well. The twos almost come together. And they're going to go all the way back to Estefan to regroup here. We're half an hour into this one. We got another hour to go. Saints coming right down the middle of the field. Hudson has it, a little bit of space. Tries to cut past the defender. She does nicely. She's got the ball in her right boot. Goes high again, just off the crossbar. From about 25 yards out, she got a lot of contact on that one. Got it past the keeper, just not the bar. We've seen a couple from her today like that today. She's had a good shot, just a few inches off. Pressure on the Estefan. But the Saints turn it over. Bruins have it just on the edge of the box. Looks for space. They get a right foot in. Saved by Estefan. So a little dangerous there. Lily Estefan has to hold on to it to catch her breath. And look at the nice crossover move by Hudson. She lines up that foot. Had a little topspin on that ball, just not quite enough to get it over the keeper. And here's the Bruins' chance. Number 13 sends it in there. That's Grace Makarowicz. She has 2 goals this year. Couldn't get it past Estefan. So a good rush on the far side. Dahl again creating pressure. It's going to be another corner for the Saints. And the sun finally setting just over the trees a little bit just to the west of us. And the field pretty much in complete shade now. Tries a little give and go, and they have it. Got to make sure everyone stays on side. Right foot, knocked away by the defender. Kersey looking for space, kind of whiffs on the shot. And that ball looks like it's going to cross the line and be a throw-in for the Saints. The Saints look to chase it down quickly. They want to keep applying that pressure. That's Walsh. Walsh gets it into Collins. Collins tries to go across the pitch, but no white shirts there. So the Saints turn it over. A little back heel pass, nicely to keep the pressure going for Sheridan. Olivito steals. Saints have a little bit of pressure here. That's Dahl trying to get around the corner. Deflects it, but Sheridan has control. That looks like Sue kicking it away. Entry pass to Walsh, unable to handle. And Burrell has it with some space. Burrell with a big boot off the defender, kind of the back of her head it looks like. Dahl has it in the box. Hits it right foot then left foot, but can't get it past the defenders. And here comes Hudson again. So the Saints are applying pressure. Big boot in from Hudson. And again, the Saints come away. That's Burrell. And finally, the Bruins steal right in front of their own bench. They try and play a little bit of keep away, but the Saints take it back. Kersey, dangerous little back pass. I don't think the Saints player saw it at first, but she has control now. That's Collins, wearing one of the captain stripes. Hudson's going to try and get around the corner. Just mishandles it, but will get the throw in. Looks like we have a sub coming in on the far side, so we'll have a bit of a quick delay here as Hudson catches her breath. About 10 minutes to go here in the first half. That's Katrina leaving. As Hudson gets ready for the throw-in. Hudson tries to go right down the middle. Walsh and that was Kinsley Clough come together. There's Walsh on the right side this time. We don't see her over there too much. But they turn it over. The Bruins have a little bit of space, but don't take the opportunity right now. Bruins have it far side, two white shirts around her. Two players go down, they play on. That ball's kicked up towards, looks like the player's still down, getting up slowly is the Bruins player. Again, the Bruins have it. They have a little bit of space on the far side. Here's a chance. They got to watch out in the box. Estefan scoops it up, defended nicely. Burrell was over there, as was Collins. So another big opportunity. I spoke with Coach Angelini before the match, and he talked about how his team has trouble finding the back of the net. Not a lot of goals this season, only 9. He needs to get that first one to apply some pressure on these Saints. He can't run and gun with this Saints team, but he's got to keep it close and try and get a cheap one. Playoffs, anything can happen. Olivito working Hudson in. She's got Dahl with her. Looking for a turnover, and Hudson does get it on the turnover. Olivito looking for space, goes middle of the field. She's got a lot of room. That's Kinsley Clough, goes towards the net again, but that's over everybody. Again, applying some pressure. There's one of the better players for the Sheridan Bruins, Jessica Jigdeo. You see in the 10 games, 2 goals. She tied for the the team lead in goals. A couple of assists to tack on. One of their better midfielders. She's from Holy Name of Mary High School, Malton, Ontario. Another big boot to midfield. Hudson comes away with it. Tries to send it in to Mognan. Still battling with it. This coming near side. Looks like Dahl.
Time, you got time.
Saints let that go all the way to the far side. Just got Kersey on the far right wing. Nice little step around. A little bit of space now. A low ball, but the defender's able to get a foot on it and look to clear it out. Good hustle it back by Olivito, but she can't come up with it. The Bruins have a bit of a run. Grace Makarowitz. And here come the Saints again on the far side. It's Burrell. Defender comes up to try and challenge. Goes to the wing to Kersey. Now the middle of the field. Tries to get Dahl on the far side. The keeper has to slide well out of her net. Slides in and grabs that one. That's Kennedy Petty. We're now in the 39th minute. Headed right back in by the Saints. That was Zachar County with the header. Boxed out. That could be a foul called. They called it on the Saints. I'd like to see a look at that one. So Sheridan will have possession. As we take a look at that one again. See a lot of contact. Yeah, I don't know how this, maybe he said he grabbed the arm is the only thing I can see on that play. So back in the live action, the Saints have regained possession after that kick off the foul. Mognan tries a little touch to Kersey, couldn't connect. Kersey pressuring. He's able to take the ball off the Bruins' foot, and she's got control, but going backwards, trying to find some space. About 5 minutes to go in this first half. Mognan touches it outside. Saints have some room. Looking for a crossing ball. Dahl's there. The goalie can't find it. It's off the side of the net. Dahl was there. The goalie was turned all the way around. Couldn't find that ball. And Dahl couldn't convert. As we take a look at the replay on this one, a nice job on the outside. You can see the goalie gets all turned around. She has no idea where that ball is. And Dahl just puts it off the side of the net. So another chance for the Saints. They're up to 13 shots now to only 2 for the Bruins. Both goalkeepers have made 2 saves. The important one's 0-0, and that's where we stand in the final moments of this first half. Zachar County now. Collins up the middle of the field. She's got a lot of space. Tries to get up to Mognan. Mognan couldn't control, but Kersey was there. Kersey tries to get in the Walsh. Walsh has it on her right boot. And that ball's going to the far line. It looks like it's going to cross the line and does. Walsh looks like she wants to throw this ball in quickly. She does and gets it to Kersey. Kersey waits for it to settle down. Tough pass into the middle of the field. The Bruins defend nicely. It's turned over as they take it on the far side. Makarowitz. Saints player goes down hard. That looked like Lily Collins. And it's going to be a throw-in for the Bruins. So a throw-in right near the St. Clair bench. There's Jessica Dahl. 10 games. She only has the 1 assist, no goals. Making her way into the starting lineup. Didn't start a lot of matches this year, but she's definitely a key piece of this team for Coach Vanini. Here's a chance. Walsh is all in alone, trying to get past the keeper. She can't do it. The keeper 30-plus yards out of her net, saving a goal for the Bruins, Kennedy Petty. The Saints get it back into play quickly. The last thing you want to see if you're a Coach Paul Angelini is Victoria Walsh bearing down on your goalkeeper one-on-one. But Petty was able to get out there and save the day here in the first half. There's Coach Angelini, 27th year with the team. Again, speaking with him before the match, he was concerned with just that. Not a lot of offense on his team. As you see on the 0 on the board still for the Bruins. But his defense has done their job, keeping this powerful St. Clair team also at nil, which not a lot of teams have been able to do this year. They played a close match early in the season. The end of October, St. Clair beat them 2-0. A couple of first half goals. The shots were similar to this one, but it was still a close match. Here we go, the Sheridan St. Clair player falls down. That was Burrell. Bruins looking for space. They got a bit of a run, just on the edge of the box, but cleared away nicely by the Saints defender. Dahl now over trying to control. She just clears it away, but she's got a Saints player up there. That's Walsh. Walsh chasing that ball down. She's going to look to throw in quickly. As we're in approximately the last minute of the play, plus any added time. Throw in quick to Oliveto. Walsh turns it over. Oliveto's able to get it. Kind of cautious play there from the Bruins, not really hustling to that one. Give and go between Zacher County and Kinsley Clough. Saints player comes up to pinch and is able to steal that one. We haven't seen any substitutes from the Saints today, so they're going with their strongest 11. Again, the injury by Lapos kind of shortens that bench by 1. As we're nearing the full time for the first half, plus any added. There's a few Saints around it. That's Hudson. Trying to keep control, and they elect to go all the way back. That's Collins. Now we'll keep an eye on our head referee for the added time. There's a few seconds into it now. There's Walsh. Gets it outside. Burrell trying to keep it from crossing the boundary. She does. Kersey defends, and it heads into the Sheridan bench, and it'll be a throw-in for the Bruins. But 30 seconds now of added time. Bruins throw it in midfield. Saints come away with it. Walsh just got headed away by the defender, but Walsh was lurking. And that ball gets booted away to midfield. The Bruins player there, some contact. That's going to be a foul. And then she falls down hard after the play. She's reaching for her pocket and does. That's Leah Burrell receiving the yellow. You can see her kind of push 13 from the back, and then she trips over the ball. But that's Grace Makarowitz drawing the foul and the yellow. So Burrell gets the yellow, so that'll be something to keep an eye on in the second half. A key defender on for Coach Vanini. It'll be tough to get her out of this game. The Bruins look to send this one in deep, just to the edge of the box. That ball gets headed away past the line. That's going to be a goal kick for the Saints. Referee checks her watch. Estefan on the line. She's alongside Lily Collins. And that looks to be our first half whistle. So we're through 45 minutes. We're tied 0-0 here in the West Division playoffs. We're going to take a quick timeout for halftime, but we'll be back with second half action here at Acumen Stadium.
What's up, Saint Station? The SSA is super excited to show you the Korea Athletic.
Welcome back, everybody. Second half action almost ready to get underway. 0-0 in the first half through 45 minutes. The Saints controlled most of the action. 13 shots to only 2, both keepers making a pair of saves, but we're still tied at 0. The Saints are going to start with possession in the all-whites, traveling from left to right. You can see them trying to get warm. So once that sun went down, it got quite a bit cooler here out on the pitch. And we're underway in the second half. And the lights taking effect now here at Acumen Stadium. Burrell on the near side. And there's Ingram we're seeing starting the second half. That's the first we've seen her on the pitch, number 27. The Saints didn't have any substitutes in the first half, but Coach Vanini looking for a little bit more offensive firepower, putting Ingram in there. My name is Dan Dominguez. Thanks for joining us here on the We Digital broadcast position here at Acumen Stadium. That ball, they try and get it into Ingram, unable to do so. Burrell sent it a little bit too far. You look at the college in the background, St. Clair College, this beautiful campus here in Windsor. OCAA playoff action here in the West Division. After today throughout Ontario, there's only going to be 8 teams remaining. We're going to go from 16 to 8 really quick. And 8 from 4 on Saturday. And the Saints have business to attend to here first to try and get one past Kennedy Petty, who's been solid between the pipes so far as the keeper for the Sheridan Bruins. So both teams kind of feeling each other out here early in the second half. The Bruins making their way down the far sideline. There's a centering ball. And the Saints look to kick it into space. Ingram gets past one Sheridan player, but the keeper way out of her net again. She's not afraid to leave that goal mouth. And right in front of us, they'll have the throw in. Bruins have a little bit of space. That's De Silva. De Silva with the crossing ball. That's going to get stolen away quickly by Walsh. Walsh couldn't control. So Hudson now tries to get it up to Vicky Walsh. Again, Walsh had 9 goals this year. So Hudson, again, coming from her back defensive spot, trying to create some action here for the Saints, get something going. Another quick throw in to Mognan. Dahl has a defender on her. Dahl trying to get the corner. Saints have it, looking for a ball into the net, in towards the keeper. She bounced it once in front of her, got 2 hands on it. Keeps it away from that goal line. And Kennedy Petty keeps this game tied at 0s. Drop kick to midfield. Olivito. And there's 13 we've seen for the first time. That's Talia Liberty. She has 1 goal on the season. Burrell steals, but just can't keep it from crossing the boundary. So a throw in. The Bruins have it near midfield. 49th minute of this match. little bit of run here for the Bruins. She's got some space. Mognan trying to catch her. She's got the ball on her left foot, sends it short side. Estefan doesn't need to do anything with that one as it misses everything. So a nice effort there from the Bruins to try and create a scoring opportunity. Hudson sends it across to Burrell. Nice little touch from Liberty over to Ingram. Let's see what the Saints can do with this one. Liberty's got some space. Oh, she mishandles it, but the ball's in the corner, and she's the first one to it. Talia Liberty looks for a centering ball to Ingram. Ingram short sides it. The keeper is there. So Ingram been a bit of a spark. First-year player, 5'5" forward from Windsor, St. Joseph's grad. She didn't play in the first half, but Coach Vanini looking for some sparks on offense as they need to get on the board. That ball gets past Mognan. The Bruins have it midfield. 4 white shirts around the Bruins player, so the Saints take over. Pass near side to Liberty. Liberty one-on-one. She gets around the defender. Another blue shirt on her. Looking for space. Throws it all the way to the corner. Ingram trying to chase that one down. She forces the Bruins player to play it. It's right on the line, but that's going to be a goal kick. So as we saw in the first half, it's a defender taking these goal kicks. That looks like Guthrie again. She's been able to, we'll see some of the basketball action coming up. They're on the hardwood. This Friday night, Conestoga is going to be in town to take on the St. Clair Saints. Friday, October 18th. The women will tip off at 6, followed by the men. You'll have Justin Prince on the call over at the Sportsplex. As the basketball season gets underway, as you see soccer, and then this weekend as well, you'll see baseball and softball playoffs for the men and women. I know the men are in Lambton for their playoffs. I'm not sure where the women's tournament is this year. So the Bruins have it at midfield, looking for some space. A little side boot from the Bruins, and they keep control. They try and send, that was Sue, Lauren Sue, but it's chased down by Burrell, and they let it cross the line, so it'll be a goal kick for Estefan. Looks like a substitution for the Saints now on the far side. As we prepare for this goal kick, that looks like Kersey's coming back in. Ingram, she got about 6-7 minutes in this second half, but they'll pass off the jersey, and here comes a speedy Kersey, 5-footer from Bell River, Ontario, St. Anne's graduate. In her first season, she scored 2 goals. And the Saints could use that third one here for her, I'm sure, to get on the board here today. That ball goes off the Bruins player, and that's going to be a throw-in for the Saints. Right in front of us up here in the Wii Digital broadcast position. Lily Collins, a little soft pass in the middle of the field. A lot of space. That's Kinsley Clough. Goes to the middle to Mognan, but that ball gets turned over. Headed around a couple times and cleared away by the Bruins. As Burrell chases it down, she looks like she's going to go all the way back to the keeper, and does. Pressure on Estefan, so she gets rid of it. Nice little touch pass outside, just out of the hand reach of Olivito. She couldn't control it. Little 3-man action there from the Saints, and they were unable to control it on the touch pass to the outside. So the Bruins control. That's Sue to the middle. Pushed away by the Saints defender. A little bit more aggressive play from the Bruins in this second half. We'll see how Coach Vanini and his squad adjusts here early in the second half. There's Coach Vanini. Again, he in his 7th season with the team. You'll see him log a lot of miles on that sideline. He acts as a traffic cop over there. He'll set up plays from the sideline sometimes, telling his team where he wants to go with it. They could need one of those magic play calls from him right now if they can get a turnover. There's a substitution coming for the Bruins. That's number 11, Sukraj. Rashana Sukraj coming in. Nice throw in from the Bruins. And they gain some field position. They'll get another throw in. That one gets booted towards the Saints defender. That just sent out midfield on a high ball. Headed once by the Bruins. Again, stolen away. Saints having a little bit of trouble getting into the offensive zone of the Bruins in the second half. Saints try and get around the corner. Pressured nicely by Kinsley Clough. Now Kersey chases on the defense. Kinsley Clough trying to get around the edge. She throws on the brakes for a centering ball. Touched by Mognan. Walsh trying to get into it now. So this is the first real pressure we've seen from the Saints in the second half. That ball's behind Hudson. She had to throw on the brakes and go chase that one down. Walsh trying to keep that one in. That one just might be able to reach. She stops it, but it looks like it crossed the line. No whistle, so they play on. I think both players were expecting a whistle there, and they kind of stopped. So ball on the edge of the box. Left foot towards the goal mouth. The keeper comes out of her net and falls on it. Saints player on the doorstep was Dahl. And a big opportunity. Kind of a miscommunication over there. I think both players thought that ball got past that goal line. Nobody heard a whistle, so they played on. That gave the Saints an opportunity. But they were unable to cash. Oh, a whiff by the defender. Dahl's there. But again, the keeper comes well out of her net to fall on top of that one. So Petty's been everywhere. She's the 4th-year keeper from Orangeville, 5'6". Orangeville District. Burrell sends it far side. That's over to Walsh. Walsh is able to keep it in. She's going to try and get the corner. Walsh is around the edge, looking for space. She's one-on-one. The keeper off the post again. How many posts have we seen from Walsh this season? She's put 9 behind the keeper. Probably has at least half a dozen off the post at some point this year. Olivito battles. Defender pinches in, but Collins gets beat. 3 Saints players back, and Burrell comes away. Nice move by Hudson to go around the forward for the Bruins. And there's Walsh again on the far side. She's got Hudson Dahl in the middle. And a header just on the short side. Kersey could not convert with the header. So the Saints are applying pressure as we take a look at the replay. A beautiful crossing ball, and just a couple feet off to the right was the header from Kersey. Kersey looking for that 3rd goal of the year. Again, a big boot to midfield. Saints look to keep the pressure. That's Dahl. Dahl gets knocked down. That ball trickles towards the bench of the Bruins. Midfield is Kinsley Clough. The Saints regroup with Olivito. Far side, Kinsley Clough. And that's Walsh trying to find the edge. Walsh sends it in, tries to find Dahl. Dahl for a crossing pass. The left foot, Liberty is there. A couple of Saints kick at it, but again, unable to put it in the back of the net. As they're trying to keep the pedal down, keep the pressure on the Bruins. Here they come again. Right boot towards the keeper. easy basket catch. And in the 59th minute, we're still tied 0-0. So on the drop kick, the Saints play it, but the Bruins come away with it. Nice move on the far side. The Bruins have a bit of a run. Collins defends. Shot on towards the net. They score! Oh my! The Bruins with a goal here in the 60th minute. And they lead at 1-0. Estefan couldn't keep that one in front of her. A beautiful shot. As we take another look at this one. And a beautiful shot, just touches the crossbar over the head of Estefan. And we got a 1-0 lead for the 7-seed Sheridan Bruins. So a nice run on the far side. And the 7-seed, 4 and 6 Sheridan Bruins now have a lead. The Saints in already. Kersey tries to send a left foot in. Dahl's there as well. Kersey might have had a little bit more space if she got to the middle of the field on that one. We're an hour into this one. We have a half an hour to go. There's Kersey. Looked like she had a little bit more space if she carried that ball to the middle of the field, but she elected to go short side. We're waiting on the official goal scorer of that one. Crossing ball from the Saints. That's over everybody. Hudson pinches in to help, but loses possession. The Saints come away with it. Mognan into the top of the box. Saints have it. We're getting confirmation on the goal. It was Grace Makarowicz with the goal for the Sheridan Bruins. She had 2 during the regular season, but her biggest goal of the year. The Saints are in the box, just on the far side, misses the net again. The Saints have been all over the keeper. As we take a look at the replay again, trying to get that far side of the post, unable to capitalize. And now a bit of a pressure cooker for the St. Clair Saints as they trail this playoff matchup 1-0. Burrell steals. Burrell's got space. She kicks it to the top of the box, but it's turned over. So we'll see if this lights a fire underneath the Saints players. They've been out shooting the Bruins 20-4. But Petty's made 5 saves, Estefan only 2. And that high ball from Makarowicz just tipped off the crossbar. As you see, again, Steve Vanini working the sideline. And there's the goal in the 60th. Grace Makarowicz, number 13, out of Bolton, Ontario, a St. Mike's grad in her 3rd year with the Bruins. Has given Sheridan a 1-0 lead here in the first round of the playoffs. As I mentioned earlier, it's playoff soccer. Anything can happen. So the Saints are going to have to try and look for that equalizer in the final, now less than half an hour to go in this match. Walsh looking for space. Goes back to Hudson. Up the middle. Oh, just a bounce away. Vicky Walsh, again, working with Dahl on that far side, getting those ponytails mixed up, if I can't see their jersey, on Dahl and Victoria Walsh. So throw in near the Saints bench. The Bruins will have control. Again, only the 10th goal of the season. This is now the 11th game played for the Sheridan Bruins. But again, the biggest one, the playoff goal. They lead 1-0. Here come the Bruins again looking for space. Big boot to the middle. Dahl's played a good game over there, but you know they're still missing Sierra Lapos. Ball tries to get in. Walsh has some space. She has it on her left side. One-on-one. Tries to get around the defender. Right foot kind of short hops the keeper. And she's on her knees, and she has that one gobbled up. We're now in the 65th minute. And she clears away the team, and she gets ready to drop one in back into play. We've seen a lot of Walsh. We haven't seen Mogden with many chances in this one. Mogden had 6 goals on the season. She's also the top assist getter for this Saints team. So they're going to need their 2 stars to step up in this last 25 minutes or so to get back into this one. Burrell sends the ball into Kersey. Kersey trying to race around. There's a bit of a collision. A couple players go down. And looks like it's going to be a goal kick. There's Mogden. She has the captain's armband. 20 games in her career, 10 goals and 17 assists, and that's at St. Clair. She came over from the University of Windsor a couple seasons ago. But she's definitely been a leader for Coach Steve Vanini on the pitch, kind of a coach on the field. One of the more veteran players on this team. She's a 5th-year player out of LaSalle, Assumption grad. As you see substitutes coming in on the far side as Collins goes off. When Coach Vanini last year had all those first-year players, Mogden was a key piece of that team to try and lead them. Led them into the playoffs, just one spot out of a medal, finishing in 4th in the OCAA Final Four weekend. That's going to be a throw-in on the far side. We're now in the 66th minute. There's a flag up. Looks like a push from Hudson. Hudson looks like she got 2 hands on the back of the midfielder of the Bruins. There's Coach Angelini in the background pointing instructions. He's got to be pleased what he's seen from his women's team here today. He said he can't beat this team in a high-scoring affair, but this is perfect for what his Bruins had to do today, winning a low-scoring. Right now they lead 1-0, giving his team a chance. Saints steal. That's Kinsley Clough. Walsh can't get it off, control it off her foot, and it again trickles towards Coach Vanini. Ball's on the far side. They might go all the way back to Estefan. Bit of a dangerous pass. There's pressure. And Estefan clears it away, headed back in by the Bruins. And that ball's at midfield. That looks like Mogden. It is. Mogden tries to send in Walsh. Sorry, that's Dahl. Again, getting those ponytails mixed up until I can see the number. There's Jessica Dahl in the starting lineup today for the injured Sierra Lapos. We're going to have a corner kick now on the far side for Olivito. Olivito has 4 goals this year, but they like her on that far side, especially this is perfect for the right footer. She can hopefully curve this one into the goal mouth. So a big corner for the Saints. High ball. Headed once. It's just on the goal mouth, but knocked away. The Saints have a huge opportunity to tie it up, and it looks like the keeper just might have got a hand on it. There's Petty keeping this game at 1-0 in favor of the Bruins. Walsh and a couple players. Mogden's there. Mogden keeping the pressure in. Olivito. Mogden sends it towards the net. Lots of pressure on the Bruins now, and the Saints trying to keep the pedal on. The Bruins are calling for a handball on Olivito there. She might have got it near that right arm. A little give and go. Nice little back heel to Liberty. Liberty in the box. Kersey with her. Kersey back to Olivito. Olivito sends one in the middle. Right boot misses. That was number 17, Anna Zacher County, getting a lot on that high ball into her. As we take a look at that one again, there's Olivito kind of chipping one into the middle, and she got a lot on that ball, Zacher County did, but couldn't get it past Petty. 23 shots now for the Saints to the Sheridan Bruins 4. Olivito, the big header, heads it 20 yards back in the forward third. And now it's turned over, and the Bruins are able to alleviate some of the pressure, but the Saints right back on it. Mognan has it on her foot again. A right foot from way out of away from the net. Saved easily by Petty. And this time Petty's gonna just hang on to it for a moment to let her team catch their breath. So on the high ball, that ball's turned over. Far side is Kinsley Clough. A collision. Zacher County's there, but the Bruins have it. Stolen by Hudson. Hudson coming off that final defensive line to come up to apply pressure, as the Saints are gonna have to try and take some more chances if they look to tie this one up here in the final 20 minutes. We're past the 70-minute mark now. Here's a chance. Kersey's in there. Kersey gets pushed. She's down. They play on. Centering ball. Kersey's in all alone. Kersey lines it up and goes over the net. Holds her head in disbelief. As we take a look at the replay, she is all alone in the middle, and she felt those two defenders on her hip and just scooped it up over the net. And then afterwards just clutched her head in disbelief that she didn't tie this match up. So the Saints again coming in pressure again. Kersey chasing. Olivito has some space. Olivito sends a long one in, but that sails over everybody. And they're gonna have to get that ball back into play quickly. And we've seen that from Olivito before, number 15. She's got a cannon on that right leg, and she can score from anywhere in that forward third. That ball makes it to midfield, and the Bruins look to control. Mognan tried to send Dahl in. Dahl's gonna get it on the throw in. She's gonna get this back in quickly, I would imagine. Instead, she leaves it for Walsh. Saints have it. There's Olivito lining one up. Comes near side to Liberty. Liberty gonna try and get the corner. Defended nicely by the Bruins. I think that's Lauren Sue, it looked like. That ball gets chipped away, trying to chase it down, but it's going to be a throw-in for the Saints. There's Burrell working quickly to get it back in. Time becoming a factor. Football action coming up Sunday, October the 20th, 6:50. The OFC football semifinals is going to be right here at Acumen between the Ottawa Sooners and the undefeated St. Clair Saints. As we have substitution coming in, possibly on the far side. Yep, they're going to allow that switch. So the Saints football team, usually playing on Saturday night. It's going to be a Sunday night game. So if you're not here at Acumen, of course, you'll have the action from We Digital Productions. Justin Prince will be on the call with that one as well. There's Makarowitz, the lone goal scorer for the Sheridan Bruins. 2 goals during the regular season, but her biggest goal of the year came back around the 60th minute to give them a 1-0 lead here in this first round of the playoffs in the OCAA West Division. Here's the ball on the edge of the box. That's all the way back. Hudson trying to control. She tries to get the edge. Tries to send in Walsh. Walsh trying to keep it in. She does. Centering ball off the head of the Bruins defender. Scramble in the goal mouth. Dahl's there. They chip it away as Walsh quickly chases it down. She elects to let it go past the boundary for the throw. Quick throw in. Tries to get it to Mognan. Nice play by Olivito. Olivito looks for space. Mognan's got it. Right foot, far corner. Just wide. And you saw the shots on your screen there just a moment ago. Now it's 29-4. As we take a look at this replay, Mognan sets up that defender, gets the ball on their right foot, and just a foot or so wide of the far post. And the Bruins keep that 1-0 lead. Walsh trying to find the corner. There's the lone goal scorer back in the 60th, Grace Makarowicz. With her first playoff goal, her third overall, including the regular season. Got one over the keeper. It touched the top of the bar, but got behind Lily Estefan for the only goal of this match. Here come the Bruins. A little bit of space. Liberty comes back to help. This side, that's Lauren Sue. Tries a centering ball. Since that goal, we haven't seen much out of the Bruins. They've been playing a defensive battle, but it's working. Dahl, far side. Tries to get it into Mognan, can't do it. Kersey tries to get that pass, and the Bruins elect just to push it downfield. Estefan has to come well out of her net and play it on a bounce, so a dangerous play, but she clears it away to midfield, and right in front of us, Olivito has it. Olivito one-on-one, looks for a little bit of space, kind of kicked it to nowhere. There were no white jerseys in the vicinity. And they're gonna have to pressure. Now you see Mognan chasing down. Now the keeper's just gonna pick it up. As now the stall game begins with only 15 minutes, only a quarter hour to go. The Bruins in no rush. They have that 1-0 lead. Again, Olivito turns it over. Struggling here in the last minute or so. There's the lone goal scorer, Makarowicz. Tries to get a ball now to the middle. The Saints have it. Tried a little give and go, but Dahl turns it over. Hudson tries to keep control. Sends it out to Dahl. That looks like it's going to trickle past the line, and it does on the far side. Looks like we might have a substitution. Looks like number 10 coming in. Celia Pulambella of Etobicoke. Percy Johnson grad in her third year. So time definitely a factor now. We're in the final 13 minutes or so. Bruins have it at midfield. Kersey tries to pressure. As the Saints are trying to create some turnovers here at midfield. But the Bruins are just playing some keep away. Tries to get a ball to the middle of the field. Sue goes down. They play on. Kersey kicks it off the defender, and she hustles for it for a quick throw-in. Can't find someone. Throws it towards Olivito. They get it far side, back to Olivito in the middle. She's got some room. Trying to get the referee out of her path. Burrell's got it. Right foot, short side. That misses everybody. Burrell with a low liner just above the turf. The Saints now at 30 shots to the Sheridan Bruins 4. But the Bruins have that 1-0 lead back with a goal at the 1 hour mark. Goal kick from the defender. Headed away nicely by Olivito. She's done a good job with that header at midfield. We've seen that a few times. Liberty kind of steps around the defender, does so, steps around again. This time loses control as it trickles past the goal line, defended nicely by the Bruins. But a really nice run there by Talia Liberty. 5'2" out of Tecumseh, a St. Anne's grad, her second season. Patented stutter step for the Bruins defender taking the goal kick. And there's another header from, this time goes the other direction. They're going to go all the way back to Estefan. She's got a forward chasing her. That was Makarowicz. Up the middle of the field, Kinsley Clough. Far side, Saints trying to get the edge. That ball's just going to trickle off her foot, and that's going to be a goal kick. You see some of the out-of-town scores on the top of the board. Mohawk with a lead over Conestoga. That's the 4-5 matchup. That one's in Conestoga. The winner of this one will face the winner of Algonquin and Durham in the East Division on Saturday, with the highest seed being the host team. So if St. Clair can somehow come back, they would host that match, but not looking that way right now, unless they can get one here late in this second half. Kersey and the Bruins will step around Oliveto nicely. Now they have a bit of a run. It's 1-on-2. And Burrell's going to have to chase it down and probably go all the way back to the keeper, and there it is. Estefan gets a good piece of it. The Saints kind of lose control of it. That was, I believe, Dahl couldn't find it for a moment. And that ball all the way to the far corner, and Estefan has to go chase it down for her defender to keep this one moving forward. We're in the final 10 minutes of play. The Saints trail by 1 here in the West Division playoffs. This is the 2-7 seed. The Saints beat Sheridan 2-0 early in the season. A close matchup, the Saints scoring 2 in the first half back on October 28th, but unable to score a goal here in this one. Kennedy Petty looking to keep that clean sheet for the Bruins to try and send them to the next round. Hudson tries to send in the forward for the Saints, unable to do so. Now Walsh on the far side. Saints kind of catching their breath here a little bit for this last 10-minute run. Hudson in the Kersey, a little touch out to Oliveto. Oliveto has liberty, unable to connect. Far side looking for a left boot into the box. Kersey battles, can't come up with it. They send it right back in. You see Kinsley Clough, she just keeps peppering, sending it back into the box as often as she can, but the Bruins are going to come away with it. Kinsley Clough goes down, but they play on. And they kick it towards Estefan. She's going to scoop it up and bowls it out quickly to Oliveto as the Saints have to hustle now. Only about 8 to go in this one, plus any added time, but I doubt there'll be very much of that. There hasn't been any players really down in this second half. Far side, Kersey looking for space, going to try and cross off the defender. Oliveto steps around 1, and this time has Kersey on the edge. Centering ball, cleared away by the Bruins. Burrell tries to keep it on her foot, goes around 1 defender, sends it far side to Kinsley Clough. Hudson sends it far side to Walsh. Walsh, a big shot, but that's wide of the mark. And that'll be another goal kick. I see Oliveto down on the near side. Let's see if they stop play. And there is a substitution coming in as well, as you see Kersey on your screen. But on the near side, looks like cramping up. There it is now. As we take a look at the score on the top of your screen, Redeemer leading Fanshawe 1-0 as we get ready for substitutes. Oliveto looks like she's okay, just stretching out that leg. You can see her hobbling a little bit. But I think she's been in this match for all 83 minutes. I haven't seen her take a break in this one. Time's a factor now. Under 7 to go in the regulation, plus any added time. Kinsley Clough. A couple of headers by the Bruins. Again, they're trying to keep away from the Saints. Liberty tries to get around one player. Nice little back heel by Kersey. Beautiful play. Earns a throw in the forward third of the Bruins. Quick throw in. Gets it back to Kersey. Kersey just on the edge. They keep control with Burrell. In the Liberty to the outside to Kersey. Kersey for a centering ball. It gets over the first line of defense. That might get past the line for a corner. It is. They hustle to the corner. As they just tell Kersey to take it because Olivito is too far away and they don't have time to waste. But Olivito loses it off her foot and the Bruins clear again. There's your saves on the screen. 7 for Petty, only 2 for Estefan. 31 shots towards the net. Here come the Saints again. Magna, a little touch to the outside. Bruins clear. Steps over the defender and keeps it in. This is going to be a problem for the Saints. Field position and time are more of a factor. And that ball, there's going to be a sub on the far side, but that's going to be in possession of the Bruins, I believe. So we see Olivito going off. She looks to be having some problems with cramping. She wasn't running very well, so they're going to take her off for these last final moments, get some fresh legs out there. As we take a look at the replay, see the great effort. I think that's Makarowicz, the goal scorer, as she gets bumped off the ball by Hudson. There's Coach Angelini in the background directing traffic for his women's team. Ooh, misplayed, and the goalie falls down, and now it's going to be a corner kick. So possession and time, the Saints not doing themselves any favors here in their own end. The Bruins are going to be in no hurry to put this one back into play. You can see the player taking the corner, definitely taking their time, smartly, I might add. This one's finally entered towards the goal mouth. Estefan's able to handle it. She's gonna have to get it out quickly. She does to Walsh. Walsh all the way back, but she turns it over quickly. They can't get it past the midfielders of these Bruins, and with about 4 to go, the Saints are in real trouble. That ball just past the goal line. That's gonna be a kick for Estefan. So good job. That looked like Dahl on the far side. So Liberty has possession now near side. Midfield. Gets it through, nice little play. That's Lily Jazz. That's the first, she came in for Olivito. That's the first we've seen of her. Crossing ball towards Petty. Easily handled. 87 minutes played. And you'll start to see Estefan creeping out of her net to come help out offensively, but the Saints can't seem to keep prolonged pressure. They get one opportunity, and then the Bruins clear it away. So there's Lily Jazz at midfield defending the ball. Jazz is 5'9" out of Windsor, a Brennan product. The Bruins again coming in again with a 1-0 lead. This is some of the most pressure we've seen from the Bruins. The Saints just can't get control. And finally Hudson has it. There's a collision between Jazz and one of the Bruins. Kersey now on the near side. Kersey one-on-one, little touch pass, looks for the give and go. That's Dahl. That goes off Dahl towards the net. It's in the box. The keeper comes way out as Kersey chases. And we're in the final couple of minutes here. Again, Petty taking her time until she drop kicks this one probably to midfield. Kind of a short kick. Dahl trying to take possession. Looking for Walsh on the far side. Minute and a half or so to go. Another turnover, and the Bruins are going to clear it. And Hudson is able to get it over to Burrell. Again, there won't be much added time. There hasn't been much injury time here in the second half. And again, the Saints can't get it past midfield. Near side Liberty, she's got to go. Tries to get to Kersey, but a bad pass on the near side, and they turn it over again. Nice footwork from the Bruins, but Liberty able to handle it. So the winner plays on Saturday, time and where to be determined. The winner faces the Algonquin-Durham winner over in the east. Burrell coming up quickly. The final 30 seconds to go, plus any added. And one more clear here. That could be it for the Saints unless they can have a miracle. They go down. Oh, a foul called. That's huge. Sheridan's going to have possession as the player is down. And this will bring us into added time. They're calling for the trainer. She went down pretty hard as we take a look at it again on the replay. Jessica Jegdeo, we saw her on the player feature earlier in this game. She has 2 goals on the year. As we're now just right at the 90-minute mark. And they're kind of working on her left knee as the clock has now struck 90. So we're in any added time. We'll take a look at some of the basketball action we have coming up here on We Digital. First game on the hardwood over at the Sportsplex. The Conestoga Condors are in town. The women tip off at 6 o'clock. The men to follow around 8. We have Justin Prince on the call. All the action this season on We Digital. And the big football match. OFC semifinal here on We Digital. The Ottawa Sooners coming in to face the undefeated St. Clair Saints. Will come on the air about 6:50. They'll kick that one off right around 7. That semifinal match. As the St. Clair Saints football team looks to stay undefeated in hopes of winning an Ontario title and also potentially hosting the national titles if they can win that provincial title. So the Bruins are going to have a free kick in good position here once we resume play. And there won't be much time after that, as we've already played 30 seconds or so past the 90-minute mark. The referee giving instructions. Backs up to defenders. The Saints are going to have to stop this and move the ball up immediately. They're going to have no time after this free kick. That ball hits towards the goal. It goes over. The ball boy gets it to Estefan quickly. And this will probably be the last chance the Saints have. Near side to Liberty.
Carry. We got a service. We got a
They can't afford any mistakes on this run. Gets pushed down, foul called. They're going to look to quickly get this one back in. That's Mogden. She's got to hurry. She's got Burrell with her. We're in added time, about a minute and a half into added time so far. This could be the last opportunity the Saints have to even this one up. Big boot towards the net. Ball in the goal mouth, but cleared away. We'll keep an eye on the referee. Coach Vanini has the ball on the far side. Hands it off to her player for a quick throw. Nice throw towards the box, but that could be past everybody. Far side, Saints try and keep control. Zacher County. And that ball's cleared away again. That's another throw-in, past 2 minutes now of added time. Desperate time for the 2-seed Saints. A nice throw-in, but no white jerseys anywhere there. Headed in. They're going to need a crossing ball. There's a ball to the center. Kersey's there. Short hop, the ball's loose. But the keeper falls on top of it, Petty, and she's just going to sit on it. The referee has the whistle in her mouth, and it is over. The Sheridan Bruins upset the 2-seed St. Clair Saints, and they will move on as they clear the bench to celebrate a clean sheet from Kennedy Petty the lone goal back at the 1 hour mark by Grace Makarowitz, and the St. Clair season is over. And there's Coach Vanini congratulating the winning side as he comes together with head coach Paul Angelini in his 27th year. Disappointment on the face of the Saints players. As we take a look at the replay, the lone goal of the match. There's Makarowitz getting around Collins, and look at that, just over the keeper, perfectly off the crossbar and in the back of the net. And the Sheridan Bruins celebrate on the Acumen Stadium field as they move on to the Elite Eight here in the OCAA playoffs. So as they line up for handshakes, that's it for the St. Clair Saints women's season. As I mentioned earlier, we're going to be back on Friday night, hardwood action over at the Sportsplex. The St. Clair men's and women's team tip off, and that OFC football game on Sunday night. All of it here on We Digital. Until then, my name is Dan Dominguez. Thanks to the entire We Digital crew for the great effort today. Until then, have a good night.